Hey guys, this is Khan TDK, Mr. So Real, and today I'm bringing to you a video that I am calling Real Talk. And this should be a video series. Hopefully it'll be a series where I can honestly just talk to you guys about gaming culture, gaming communities, games in general, different games in specific, and hopefully I can get some guests on here, maybe talk to a couple people honestly about some of the things that they're thinking, along with some of the things that I'm thinking. So if you have been following this channel, you know that I usually do the Division State of the Game, and that's more of a kind of a reaction, almost like a reaction to some of the things that they're saying, plus a few of my opinions at that moment without having a lot of that stuff sink in. It's a little bit later after the recording of the State of the Game, but it's really kind of an initial reaction in most cases to some of the things that they say. But this, I want to be a little bit different, not only about the division, but about quite a few things in general. And this hopefully will turn into a series. If you like this video, if you like this type of stuff, please remember to leave a comment, like, and if you haven't subscribed, subscribe. Why not? I'm gonna talk to you straight. So what I want to talk to you guys about today is revolving around the division, but not only the division. It also includes games like Destiny. I haven't played Diablo, so I don't really know that much about how Diablo's system works, so I can't really comment on that. But I've played a lot of Destiny, like a lot, and I've played quite a bit of Division. I played a lot of the Division, so right now the community for the Division is really not happy about the changes that are coming in this 1.3 patch. Right now I'm recording this on the 27th, June the 27th, and they're supposed to have this almost like a state of the game. I guess it's another state of the game on a Monday, and it's going to be at like 2 o'clock in the morning, and I promise you I'm probably going to be asleep, man. I got work tomorrow. YouTube is not my full-time job. So yeah, I might miss that, or I might wake up early and record it and do something with it later, depending on what they say. But right now, the community is pissed. People are mad. They not happy with a lot of things. And honestly, my serious opinion, if you've been reading any of my comments on the State of the Game and some of my other stuff that I've done since then, I'm kind of not that mad. I mean, I understand people's frustration, and I understand people are upset, but me personally, I'm not really all that mad. Coming from a Destiny background, I mean, we got hit with some real nerfs. We got hit with a whole bunch of stuff. So for me, it kind of took me a while to kind of understand how these types of games work. So the main reason why I'm not all that upset for the changes and the nerfs is because this style of game, Destiny, the Division, these loot-driven kind of shooters where you build up a character and whatnot. With these kind of games, the weapons and the gear that you have will, for the most part, become obsolete with incoming updates and expansions. I mean, that's just how it goes. So keep that in mind, when you buy these games and when you get these games, because that's just how it is. I mean, I love the hell out of Fatebringer. I love the shit out of the Black Hammer. Everybody knew that was my gun. The Black Hammer was, man, I even had that on my Twitter. You can check my Twitter, my old tweets maybe. It might still even be on there, man. Black Hammer Khan. I love that gun. And in the Division, I had a nasty Navy MP5N. It was like a 182. We had Deadly, it had Brutal, and it had something else on it. It was good, man. That was my gun. And everybody was on the AUG. They was talking about how good the AUG was and how good the Vector was, back in the day. My boy Paul, shout outs to Paul, he was always on that AUG. He was on that AUG when everybody was talking about the Vector. And I was off on that MP5N like more than 3 months ago. Like 3 months ago, I was talking about that MP5N. So I was never really a fan of the Vector per se. Really, I never even decked one out and used it as my main, but I use a AUG now in the 204 weapon meta. So I mean, I'm losing a gun too, just like, you know, everybody else. So I'm getting a nerf on a gun like everybody else. And, you know, with that said, you know, you have to kind of remember that a lot of these weapons and a lot of these things that you are holding on to now before this patch, it was gonna get pushed out anyway, right? So when the update comes, the not light level, but the gear score level of the guns and the armor is gonna shoot up like dramatically. And I mean, keep it real with your boy, you wasn't gonna hold on and you wasn't gonna use none of them 204 weapons. No way. Once you got your hands on like a, I don't even know what the gear score is. It's like probably two something for the weapons, but it's way over 204, right? And you know, that's just how these games work. I mean, with Destiny, it was the same way, man. It was you had a light level of a gun that was a certain light level, and that was it. And then when the new expansion came out, all of that stuff that you had was garbage. You threw that away, man. You had the best shotgun. What was the name of that shotgun that you got from the Vault of Glass? It was a real good shotgun. Found Verdict. Everybody and their mama was using Found Verdict, man. That thing used to rip in the Crucible. But you know, once that light level came up, people was like, "Oh man, I gotta find another gun," and that's just how these types of games work, you know. So for me, whenever I hear people talk about how, you know, they're gonna lose their weapons, or this weapon has been nerfed, or oh man, fuck, this game is dead because, you know, we're gonna lose all of our stuff, we gotta start over, I gotta remake my build now that I can't do this, now that I can't do that. Man, I love Sentry's Call. I'm a sniper through and through. I love sniping all day. The only time I'm not running with a sniper is when I'm trying to test something. Other than that, you ask anybody who's ever played with me, they'll always tell you Khan got that sniper somewhere, and he in the back picking fools off left and right, and that's just what I do. But when you really think about these types of games and a lot of the problems that I think happen with some players, and is, you know, of course the division has been kind of having problems from the jump with glitches and bugs and stuff like that. And shout outs to Massive, man. They've been trying to save this game since day one. And all of the bad PR, all of the bad press that they've gotten from every which way, they've been trying their best to hold it down and kind of get their ship in order so that it don't sink. And I think for the most part, with all of the things considered, they've had to rearrange quite a few things and redo quite a few things and kind of change the schedule of a lot of stuff to put players who legitimately were interested in the game and who didn't cheat the game, to kind of catch them up to the people who did cheat. So the biggest problem that I think is going on with the division is just the time frame that people are really having to enjoy the new guns and the new weapons. And, you know, I might talk about that a little bit later, but the main thing that I want all of y'all to kind of keep in mind is that with games like Destiny and with games like the Division, a lot of the reason why you like the game and a lot of the reason why you enjoy the game is because of the strong emphasis on team play. And, you know, I can say from my personal experience, you know, yours might be different, that, you know, it's all about the people that you play with, you know, the people that you make connections with, the conversations that you have, the bonds, and, you know, basically those experiences that you have with people while you play the game. Because as long as you have the people that you play with and you enjoy gaming with, a lot of, you know, these changes and stuff are, you know, really kind of bearable. You have new things to talk about, new loadouts to make. I mean, you can assign new roles with your friends, and, you know, you have new challenges, and all of these things are new experiences that you have with the people that you play with. And that's what all of these updates are really about, because, you know, if you don't update those things, if you don't change those things, if you don't shake it up, all of that gets stale. I mean, we all know that it ain't really a lot of content in these types of games, but the enjoyment and the fun that you have with these games is with your homies, with, random people. You might just be playing solo, invite somebody into your group, or meet up with somebody from an LFG, invite them into your group, find out that they cool as hell, and y'all have a good time and laugh, and you're like, all right, I'll see you, maybe let's play again sometime tomorrow. And then they come on, and then you kick it with them, and you have a good time, and the next thing you know, a week later, y'all doing it on the regular, having fun. And that's not the experience of everyone, but it could be your experience. And it for me, I can say that it has been part of my experience, because with Destiny, I didn't really know nobody for the first, I don't know, 3 or 4 months. Ended up getting introduced to somebody by another person that I knew on my friends list who got the game, and I ended up getting into a group, so that group has spawned into me playing with those same type of people through the division. And it's a lot that can be had if you have a good group. Now, if you're a solo player, it's vastly different. If you are a solo player and you playing these types of games, your experience, I promise you, is very different from the types of experiences that people who play in groups have. And when you play in a group, you can talk about flanking and calling out the strong enemy, focusing fire, laughing at your homie that fell off the cliff and died, and being dead in some kind of hard activity, and then that one friend that's still alive manages to kill the boss. Everybody gets the loot, or that dude died and everybody has to start over, and it's like, oh man, that either that heartbreaking moment or that triumphant moment. And those are the kinds of experiences that you have that keep you coming back, right? Those are the kinds of experiences that you have with friends that keep you coming back. Now, if you've played games, especially, I can say this for the division, and all of your friends left, and you know who you are, you know that the game has lost a lot of its sparkle, and it's lost a lot of the kind of things that you could be enjoying, and it's kind of turned you off to the game. And the game has turned you off to it by not giving your friends the opportunity to do the cool shit that y'all could do together. But that's just the way that it is. But for the solo players, I really feel for y'all, because there's some really toxic people, and I think the division's PvP and the Dark Zone really brings out the worst in a lot of people. I mean, occasionally you meet some good people that'll just help you out, or if you're down, they pick you up, or they won't steal your shit. But most of the time, it ain't really nice, and there's a lot of people that do some really dastardly shit, man. They really, I think the division really brings out the worst in a lot of people. And I think that's what turned a lot of people off to the game. I know that one of my homies, Big Jim, who I played Destiny with, he got turned off to the game real quick, because it just, it was a bad mood. It made people upset. And if you good at PvP, you can say, yeah, get good, or you suck. But there's a real difference between having a set PvP area where people can go and with that mindset going and say, all right, I'm a murk this fool. I'm gonna give me some headshots. I'm gonna run up on this dude and dump on him with this shotty. Or you just walking around minding your own business. You pass a couple dudes, and then they just shoot you in the back and take all your shit that you've been working for like an hour. And then they just run off and laugh at you and call you a noob. And I mean, that's not really a good community environment. Now, truth be told, they said that the Dark Zone was going to kind of be the Wild West, so you do have to expect that you got to be on your guard. But at the same time, man, that's a good reason to turn people off, So I understand for solo players that it's very frustrating, and I really do feel for you guys. But same time being said, these types of games, getting your gear ganked out from under you is a normal thing. And, you should be very aware of that and know that that's how it's always going to be. Whether it be Destiny, whether it be the Division, or whether it be some other new game that's coming in the future that has you getting gear, making a character, and, just doing stuff. It's always going to be that way. Just keep that in mind. No matter what they promise you, it's always going to be that way. Your gear is never going to last forever. That nothing ever lasts forever. You You might have some friends that you cool with right now, but man, fast forward 5 years, you probably ain't even talking to them dudes. So enjoy it while you can. Have the most memorable experiences that you can, and if you paid your money and you're a solo player and you just like, man, I want to enjoy the game, but they hurting me. I can't get over a lot of this. Then I would say try your best to find a group, LFG group or something. There's tons of ways to find people and kick it and have a good time. And there's always going to be somebody that's like-minded and thinks like you and that plays the game as much as you. So even if you're a part-time player that only plays on the weekends at 3 o'clock, from 3 to 3:30, I'm sure there's somebody out there that could probably kick it with you. So I wish this game, and I wish Destiny, and I wish all of these types of games the best, and I wish all of these communities the best. And I wish you, whoever you are, I wish you the best. I hope you have a great gaming experience, and you're not mad at the game, and you're not mad at the world, and you're not mad at people. I just hope that you have fun, because that's what these games are all about. They're about having fun, and right now it's kind of like a social meeting place. You meet people that like what you like, and then you can hook up with them and have fun with them, and maybe one day you meet them in real life and they'll be cool and y'all just become friends. So that's it. This is the first episode of Real Talk. I hope you guys liked it. This is just me trying to talk to you guys really real about a lot of things. Touch a little bit on Destiny, touch a little bit on the Division, but mostly about how these games are. And this is who I am. I wanted to bring some of this to my channel because this is who I am. This is what I like to do. This is what I do when I talk with my friends about games and about gaming and about life and whatever. So I felt like I needed to bring this to my channel, and this is who I am. This is probably why I'm in the comments of all of my videos trying to talk to everybody and answer their questions. And even if they throwing shade and not very happy with my videos, man, I'm still willing to talk to you, and hopefully we can hash it out. So if you like this video, please remember to leave a comment, like, subscribe, follow me on Twitter, follow me on Twitch. I played Destiny this weekend, believe it or not. So yeah, if you like this stuff, remember to let me know, and I will continue. And I'll see about this announcement for the Division at 2 o'clock in the morning for me. But until then, to the next video, this is Khan TDK, Mr. So Real. I am out.